Hi, I'm your host, Dennis Coral, and this is another episode of Wealth Beyond Numbers. We continue with Chris Colston, a credit advisor with over 25 years of experience. And Chris, I want to end our podcast with what drives you crazy in your industry. You know, we all have things that, as we do our line of work, drives us crazy, from things that happen or maybe clients that are a little difficult at times. We have to wear sometimes many hats as business owners. So I want to know if maybe you could share some of your experiences doing what you do long enough that have drive you crazy or mad or upset, or that you see people that by doing things in a certain way, it doesn't lead them to any results.
So I will say item number one is just getting into debt.
Okay.
A lot of customers, when they come to us, it's because they want to get a loan, they want to get a line of credit, they want to purchase a home, they want to do something large, right? And they still have those old bad habits. And I had a great client. I remember when my office was in Coral Gables, she came to me, a business banker referred her to me. Beautiful lady, super smart, incredible. She was just a sweetheart of a person. And she wanted to buy a building.
Okay.
She wanted to buy a building. The building at that time was about $6 million, so it was a pretty nice building that she needed to buy. Makes money, taxes, everything as well. The credit score was not up to par, and that's why the business banker referred her to me. So I have my meeting with her, and at those times we were doing the in-person meeting at the office. So I sit down with her, review everything, and I was like, oh my God, lady, like, why do you have so many credit cards? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? She's like, oh, I like to shop. I like to do this. And I'm like, all right, one of the credit cards we're going to close is this department store. She's like, please do not close that one. That's my best friend. You cannot close that one. I mean, I'm like, this is not helping you. This is really hurting you. I see that you go even above the credit limit. Like, you're such a good client that they let you spend more than what they give you. You spend so much that they just let you go, and it hurts you so much because now you're over the limit. And her husband was there, and her husband goes, it's that she loves to buy shoes there. She has this closet just full of shoes. And I was like, oh, I like shoes also, but like we need to concentrate. And she broke down, Dennis. She broke down. She goes, Chris, I was so poor that my shoes had holes in them. My shoes had holes in them. I used to not like to walk because my feet would get hot, burn my feet, man. When I was sit down in a chair, I never put my legs up so nobody could see how worn down my shoes were actually. And I was like, oh my God. And she goes, that's why I love shoes so much. I'm trying to make up for those past time. And I told her, I said, that's crazy. I cannot relate, but I can understand that. But the way I flipped it on her was like, you're not the little girl that had no shoes. Now you're a very powerful, great entrepreneur, that you're buying a building. Now we're not buying $1,000 shoe that you want to have. Not need, because you have so many you want to have. Now we're buying a building. Now you're buying a $6 million building so that your business can continue to thrive and you continue to have great wealth and financial independence that you have worked for, you deserve. So she flipped.
That's how you turn it around. That's how you
turn it around. So that was a great one, a great success. And another one, Dennis, that it came to mind, 2 doctors, husband and wife. They were like 67 years old, Dennis. So they were like already in their golden years, right? But they were still
getting
working.
Closer to retirement.
Yeah, or they were supposed to. Like, they've been physicians since young, right? For a while. And I look at them, and I look at the credit, and I'm like, this is horrible. Like, horrible credit. And I'm like, this does not merit them. At that time, Dennis, they were both making $700,000 a year. Okay. Each of them. So 1.4 mil. They were making. Doctors, physicians for a while. When I look at the credit, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And I said, Doc, can we log in and check your bank statement? Because something here is not working out with me. Yeah, we logged in. Guess how much money they had in their bank account? Tell me a number.
I don't know. 500,000 maybe?
$7,000.
What? $7,000.
$7,000 to their name. And each of their Rolls Royce payment was $4,500.
Oh, wow.
They didn't have enough money to pay for their Rolls Royce. Their house, they didn't have enough money to pay for the mortgage because they were spending money all over the place.
So they were overspending their income.
There were members at a country club and this, that, restaurants, all this. And they had a huge house in the Gables. I said, let's sell the house. Let's make profit on it because you have equity. And then we'll pay off this. And you know what they told me? He goes, I cannot do that. What will my friends think of me? What will my social circle think of me? So that's one of the stories that I'm like, oh, that I just...
Wow.
Yeah, go crazy for. But just in a lighter note, I'll throw something else over here in a lighter note. When customers do not bring us the credit reports on time, because we order credit reports, the original copies of them, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, and they arrive to you within 15 days. And they have a timetable on them. They're only valid for 30 days from that day that they're printed, right? Because your credit score changes every 30 days. So the only responsibility the clients have with us for the credit side is they either have to mail us the reports or bring them to us.
And they don't do it.
They don't do it or they don't do it in time. And it's like,
I see. And that wastes another 30-day cycle, so that delays things for you.
And I'm only with them for a year. So if you don't give me my tools, Dennis,
I see. That makes sense.
How can I help you?
Well,
you know, I deal with professionals, and sometimes I think they're like my 10-month-old. Like, we got a babysitter. It's like, come on. But yeah, those are the things that drive me crazy.
That does happen in our practice when we, at the end of the year, we help clients make their retirement contributions. But we recommend those clients to make their contributions early on, because then they have the whole year to earn interest on the money that they contribute into the retirement accounts, as opposed to later in the year, because then you have the whole year. But some clients wait till April 15 of 2026 or 2024 or 2025, of which this year was the deadline for 2024 was April 15 of this year, 2025. They wait till the last minute. And although we email clients, sometimes they forget, and last minute they are sending us a check, or we have to pick up checks, or we have to set up their ACH accounts to make their contribution. That drives Jonathan crazy, and he always says that, oh, why can't they do it a little sooner? Because yes, like you said, it drives you crazy, and I wish clients were more proactive, but that's part of our job, to handheld their hands and walk them through something that is new to them.
But the ideal client, they don't wait. The ideal clients, they don't procrastinate. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're ideal. And that's why they're very successful. And you and I have same type of friends, same type of clienteles, same type of individuals that both of you and I have helped out. They're ideal because they're so great at activating.
Yes.
As execution.
So you would think that part of being financially successful as an individual is being proactive?
Yes. And organize. Proactive and organize.
Yeah.
You see how quickly I reacted to that, because yes, I'm a firm believer. You have to be both. And that doesn't mean that you have to be proactive or organized. It means that someone in your team has to be proactive or organized.
Yep.
Like my sister's super organized. She runs all the books for the business. She runs all that. I'm organized, but I'm only organized once a week. When I sit down and I look at my credit card statement, I see how much money I spend and what money I need to send out. But I'm organized with my day-to-day, like so today we have this, tomorrow I have this, at 2:00 I know I have another meeting. Like, I'm organized with that, but there's different levels of organization. And my point is that you don't have to be that. You could delegate your way to freedom.
True. Yeah, that's why you create and surround yourself with a team of people that help you do what you do best. Same here at Core Wealth Management. We have a team with clients hire us. They don't just have access to me, they have access to my team, and we represent them, and we ongoingly stay on top of things for them, and that helps them be successful.
And Dennis, to go a step further, we are part of our clients' team.
That's right.
We're part of our clients' team. You're a team member of them.
That's right. Absolutely. You
wear a jersey also.
That's right. No, you're 100% right. Is there a book
to read? It relaxes me. And I like to read with a cigar, so it even relaxes me even more.
Nice.
Even more. But the one that comes to mind right now is The Outliers by Angela Duckworth. I remember reading that book, I want to say like 10 years ago or something like that. And it was very impactful because it says stories about really big name figures, in our industry. And one of them that stood out the most was Bill Gates. They were saying his story, like how he became Bill Gates. And Bill Gates has always been smart, right? Like his child prodigy. But he will actually sneak into the University of Washington. When he was not going there, he will sneak in because they had a supercomputer. He will break into the school to have access to that supercomputer.
Wow.
And he'll be there like at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, try to figure things out.
Wow.
So the reason why I say that is that Bill Gates has always been Bill Gates since he was born. It's like LeBron James. They were going to be great, but they put in time to become great. So how many individuals that we know are great? They have talent, they got skills, but they don't do anything with it, Dennis. They don't got motivation, they don't have intuition, they don't have drive. Students of the game.
I see.
And that was the message that I got from the book, and I love it because it makes me feel that I can do anything also.
Yeah.
I don't have to be Bill Gates smart. I can do something else. If I have the passion, I got the drive, and I got the want. So that's the book I like.
That's awesome. That's you lend me a book that I'm going to share with audience. It's called Willing to Fail. That you share that with me when I was almost ready to start my practice, or maybe I was 1 year in on my practice on my own, because I've been doing this for 25 years, but Core Wealth Management. To the people that you help and service, you have to be willing to fail, because you can't be afraid of is it going to work out or not. And luckily, over the years, Core Wealth Management has been growing. We've been growing not just by the number of clients, but also in the number of assets under management. We crossed the $100 million mark recently,
job.
So we're now under the Securities and Exchange Commission,
Wow.
SEC. So we're very proud of the strides that we made as a team, because I can't take credit for it, because it's really my team and the wonderful clients that we support. And that's part of how this podcast started. We want to continue to touch the lives of clients in a different way, and also people that may not be clients now, provide them tools that can help them make better decisions financially. That is, like I said in the beginning, wealth beyond numbers. Beyond numbers, what does that mean? It means looking at things beyond your ROI, return on investment, return on what your retirement has done, beyond what your 401k has done, because credit is so important as you build wealth. Access to not just lines of credit, but also at not predatory lending rates, but at rates that are affordable to somebody to pay off the loans at good rates. And you only get that with good credit. And that's what you share with us today. So Thank you so much, Chris. I mean, this was amazing wealth of information, especially as we come in the holidays coming up in the next few weeks. So thank you so much for being here. Hope you stay tuned and we do this again in the future. So thanks again.
You're welcome. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. That's right. It's coming up. So this has been a great episode again. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Dennis Coral with Wealth Beyond Numbers. And as we like to say at Coral Wealth Management, retirement and financial confidence starts here. Thank you.